Welcome to Beginner Cherokee 1. This is this is the 35th Cherokee lesson. So we're right in the middle. Well, we're just about to finish a big story, right, about a woman who married an owl on accident, right? And you know, you always hear these stories. It's like, how in the world did that happen? You know, so now you know how you could possibly marry an owl on accident. So you know, it might happen to you someday. We don't know. So, but anyway, we're going to go through the story and we're going to finish it up, and we're going to ask some questions about it, and we're going to talk to our guests. We do have Miss Phyllis and Miss Kathy both back again today, and so we're going to ask them some questions and maybe get their take on the story, and what would they do if it was them, and maybe they'll tell us what they would have done, as opposed to what really happens in the story. All right, so we'll just see what comes out today. All right, so without further ado, Idalena, come. All right, so to get us back up to speed, Ilahi Jagesa, Uwosu Loja, Sawu Wejageha, Uweka, Nicola, Uwejageha, Unusele. Os Kanohali do Hotud. I think this is the one that doesn't have the corrections in it. Uwechgeha utu istane udud judane uji. Sau igwa ulilon askaya junena sawulute. Uduliske uwechgeha uneldisti. Uwosuloja askaya unosele os kanohali donhi. Junel dewo. Uwo sulota unosele wosta kanohali dohigese. Nole agayelke udane jiwutli no hetane uwejagehia. Na agehia askano unanelte. Askai udunele agehu jujino. So shinale winustan. Askai uyeje. Utana istane no uno halest. Dot qua unelde. Gone all day, right? Sahiege ulutano. Tal yiga junstiji stage do not let. Yeah, this is the one without the corrections. I could tell. Juquola se do no say let. Tatlina sunale winustan ike wuyeje utana istane ho. How does udanastane no? Yeah, nole naskis kininigesan to do tane usunes do dane do quad unela de sahiege wuluchano joyega. Right, Joyiga Junstiajat, right? Because we talked about the difference between something that's alive and something that's dead, right? So, I guess these could be yummy. They could be fresh, right? They could still be flopping. Maybe they're catfish. Catfish will live a long time out of water. So ine sunale winustan uyeje do no. Uno halest tot qua unelde dune nurse uluchano diga haler down hawia do hotle juni hia nu dale anino hali donhi hunters nole agayelege udlasi tihe. Udlasitihe. Oh, I think I finally said it right once for once. Uejekea unosele, justawa de sunale winustan. Son sunale winustan. Uyeje askai ustayahas unosele no jusinena. Junikise askai ustawa dese na ageha. Ustawa dese kila ueya ulute aninel. Na uguk udanedliese aninel. Uguk nigaweske. Do you unala je ageha. And remember, Miss Phyllis said that she would get mad too, right? Askai unanel te eliske. Aseno uguguguiuse unanel de agaseste uguk. Remember, we changed that word there. Gohida amai ugseste uguk. Nutlistawu wutlawida he amayulti. And then noi uwutese tekasu katla. Oh, no, that's right. That's correct. So maybe I did change it and I just forgot. Usti jisten usuyesa. Okay. Dua sosa amayulti udanedliense askai nulstane. Juhenusati vulose. Ageya uwan je igahino wuluche junenasa. Wuluche askai usti jistan wugo tane unied. Ustayahusk utadane kata usti nidustane nikod ajat jidehini he. Uguk duskastanele nikad ajat udane askaya. Halskosk agosele na askai. Nihita ugukukele udane ageya. Agadani yastane. Inake ulose. Uhisodanele ulesol nulstane naski uskol uwasa. All right. So this is the ending to the story, right? The ending to the story. Duwasosa amayulti. He crossed to the other side of the water. Duwasosa amayulti. So he crossed to the other bank there. Udanedliyase. He changed askaya nulstane to become a man, right? He changed to become a man. Juhenasadir wulose. He went home. He went towards home. Juhenasadir wulose. He went towards home. Gehya uwanaje. She hurried. The woman hurried. Igahino and first wuluche junenas, and she arrived at her house first. So she beat him there, right? Wuluche askaya, when the man arrived, usti jistan wugota tane uniyad. When the man arrived, he showed her the tiny crawdad that she had caught, or that he had caught, right? Uniyad. Ustayahas gutadane. The wife asked, Kata usti ni dulstane. What happened? Nikod ajat jidehini. All the fish what happened to all the fish that you caught? Uguku duskastanele. Nikod ajat udane askaya. So he said, Uguku, he said, an owl, duskastanele, scared him. Nikad ajat, all the fish. The man said, Halskonsk, you're a liar. Agosele, no. She told, na askaya, she told the man, Halskonsk, you're a liar. Nihida, you, in fact, uguku gele, you are the owl. I think. Gele, I think. Udane ageha, said the woman. Agada niyastane. She ran him off. She scared him off, ran him off. Inege ulose, he went out in the woods. Uhisodanele, he became lonely. Uhisod is to be lonesome or lonely. So he became lonely. And we'll talk about this word uhisod and like kind of what that entails to a Cherokee speaker. Ule sod, we've learned that word. Skinny, nuostane, he became skinny. Nashki, except uskol uwasa, except for his head. So he still had a big fat head, but all the rest of him was skinny. And so this kind of explains why ugooks, why they have those big heads, and like if they get wet or something, they've got these little tiny skinny bodies and these big old fat heads. They look kind of like a bobblehead or something. So, all right. So we're going to ask Miss Kathy to come up first. Osio, Miss Kathy.
Osio.
How are you today?
Osio.
Okay. So we finally know what happened. The mystery has been solved. Now, if it were you and you were this woman and you had married a no-good owl who couldn't hunt, right? What would you have done?
I would have done the same thing she did. I
You'd
would
have
have ran him off.
Run him off. Oh, okay. Poor little owl, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So this word uhisod, to a lot of speakers that I talk to, this word uhisod means it's more than just being like white people lonely. Like it's like almost like a pining away, or like so lonesome that it makes you sick. Like I've even heard them say, well, like if they really have this uhisod, they could die. People die from it.
Yeah.
Well, how about you? How does that word? What kind of things does it picture?
That's exactly the lonesomeness, the more than like pining. I just lost an aunt that was 83 years old, and she had been married for 65 years to my uncle, and he is uhisotana because he wants to see her and talk to her, and he can't. Yeah. And it's just like my grandma and grandpa. They had been married for years, and my grandpa died just suddenly one day of congestive heart failure. Well, the very next day, my grandma didn't even make it to his funeral. She went into the hospital with pneumonia. Wow. And she stayed there 3 weeks and died. Wow. She never came out of it. That's the kind of, you could go that far. You could go that far with uhisotanele. That's what happened to my grandma, and that's what my uncle is feeling today. You know. Yeah. So it is a very big expression.
Yeah. Well, and I know especially, and I can't really talk for other communities and stuff, but I know we often say at home, like if somebody dies, especially old couples, if one goes, usually in less than a year, the other one has gone too. Go because of uhisod, because they get so lonesome, and they just
That's the kind of lonesome that is. Yeah. Yes. It's a very strong word.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think it's the English word doesn't really do it justice. No. Right? Not.
And that's a lot of the words in Cherokee. There's way more description to it than just lonely. Yeah. For this uhisotanele, there's way you could say that for a lot of feelings that they go after something happens to them, It could even go, I mean, that's just the way Cherokees believe. It's just very strong. Yeah.
And that's kind of, and even the word like, to me It's like the picture that it's like
we have all kinds
like
of
soul up. Like
we have all kinds of knowledge, you know. But when you're talking about a story, and you're talking to a speaker, but you know how mad they got, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're talking to another speaker, just by talking, they know what kind of mad it was.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
They know.
Yeah.
It puts into mind a very, very specific picture, right? Yeah. So would you like to read this page for us?
Sure.
And finish out our story, and then we'll ask Miss Phyllis what she would do.
Okay. Nola akayalike utlasi te. Uweji agaya unhosele. Ustawadesti senale wenustan. So is senale wenustan. Yeje askaya. Ustaya has winosele. Juicy ne na. Juni.
When you left?
Junikise askaya. Ustawadesi na agaya. Ustawadesi kila. Uweya wuluche aninel. Ana ugug. Uda nedlia se aninel. Uguku nikaweske. Doyu unalaja nage. Askaya unanelde eliske. Aseno uguku ugawiyuse unanelde. Aga seste uguku. Gohidi amai ugseste uguku. Nu listawu wulawida he amayul. Noi tese digasukala. Ustijistana usuyese. Du asosa amayul uda nedliese askaya nulstane. Ju we ne sadil wulose ageya uwanaje iga yino wulute junenasa. Wulute askaya ustajistan wugota tane uniyad. Ustaya has utadana kata usti nidu tane nikata jiteja niyaha. Uguku duskastanela nikata utane askaya. Had skosk agoselena askaya. Nihita uguku gele utane agay. Agadanias tane inake wulose. Uhisotanele le sodnuls tane. Naski uskol uwasa.
Oh, Miss Kathy. Yeah, especially that last sentence, you know, where he goes in the woods and he just gets so lonesome and he gets skinny, all except for his big old fat head.
Yeah, just like an owl, right?
Yeah, just like an old owl. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, Miss Kathy, thank you
Yes.
so much. I really appreciate you being here, and hopefully you guys can come back.
Yes.
And help us with the rest of the class.
Okay.
All right, well done.
Thank you.
All right, so now we've heard what Miss Kathy had to say, so we're going to bring Phyllis out, and we're going to talk with her just a little bit. All right, Osio, Phyllis?
Hey, Sio, wait.
Osio, Jim?
Os.
So, gato heli dohad.
Toyota Naila, you guess. The GK hit or Leska.
No.
Ran him off.
Well, okay. So, so owls aren't good husbands apparently, and girls don't like owls. So, okay. I thought maybe you'd want to join him, become an owl too, and fly off into the sunset together.
Fly together.
So, what can you tell me a little bit about,
I was just thinking whenever you two were talking about that sometimes it's kind of like the character of the animal. One time we were all gathered outside somewhere, and there was a bunch of us out here, and then there was a bunch in the other building. And so we were talking, and then it's a toad. It come bouncing, and one of them speakers said, "Ha, no da aga luchukta he's." Here comes that nosy one, they said. And they said the next person that comes out is going to be that nosy person. Here comes somebody. So, because sometimes, I guess that's how they kind of relate also, you know. That's how they relate to certain things that they're going to identify with of what's going to happen, you know, by what approaches them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I know, I remember I heard Benny Smith Jagesa one time tell a story about, I think it was his dad who had gone off into the war, and he had gone amayult and akoli, you know, and he had put a stick ganched in the water, and he said there was a minnow come up, and he said that minnow came up and he hit that stick, and he hit it twice, and then he hit it the third time, and then the minnow turned belly up and he floated down the water. And so the other people in his troop or whatever would kind of tease him, you know, and they say, "Oh, Chief," he said, "you know, what'd you find out, you know?" And he said, "Well," he said, "I don't know about the rest of you," he said, "but I'm going home soon." And sure enough, he said the enemy had struck at them 2 times, and the third time they turned them away, and then they came back home.
Well, you know, they say that's how we learned a lot of stuff that we know is from the animals, watching animals in nature, which makes a lot of sense. You know?
Yeah, it totally does, yeah. And I know my grandparents, they go by the animals and stuff to know what kind of winter we're going to have, you know, like in the fall time, like how the animals act and what they do, you know, and things like that. So now we talked with Miss Kathy a little bit about this word uhiso danele, about this uhiso danele. Kind of, can you tell us kind of how you perceive that, what that means to you? And
to me, it's kind of like it's kind of like a feeling, but then it's more like to me, it's like a part of you is missing.
Oh,
you're missing a part of who you are. It's been taken away from you.
Yeah. It's a above and beyond lonely, right?
I remember Dad used to say that he's so down. He'd say as he got older, because all his friends were gone, and he was old, like he was in his almost 90. So you can imagine what all he had to give up. It's like giving something up that was a part of you, you know.
Yeah.
Get that feeling, or I guess it's a feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a feeling.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's deeper than just kind of being just lonesome. I mean, it's like, it's
kind of sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. Yeah, it's a very sad feeling. Yeah, for sure. So, do we want to do we want to play the translation game, or do you want to read it?
I'll try to read it. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time trying to read it.
It is difficult, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. Nole akiyalike ulasi tehem ulasi.
Doubted.
Oh. Uwechi akeya unosele. Ustawateste. Justawateste sanale. We're going to be here all day, so I guess I'll translate. I don't know what it is. I'm just having a real hard time reading.
You know, it's hard though reading somebody else's
I think I would
syllabary and reading their phonetic. You know.
I would say ustawatese because ju is plural.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. So
make them short sentences.
Then the old lady doubted him.
Now I've completely forgotten that word too.
Yeah.
Okay.
She told the daughter to follow him the next morning. The next morning, the man got up and told his wife he was going to go fishing.
Sinali nustan udidane na askai. Takasunesi agosele ustayahusk.
After he left, the woman followed the man.
Unikis na askai na ge on ulose.
She followed until he arrived at a stream.
Udasta wadese kilamai amayul wuluch na askai.
And there, her husband turned into an owl.
Hina anine lau uguku nustane.
Uguku, he cried.
Uguku adiha.
Nice. The woman got really mad.
Ulosest unalaje na age.
Yeah, she thought she married a man, but she had married an owl instead.
Uwohiusa askai aninele asen uguku aninele.
She she watched the owl.
Agaseste uguku.
The owl looked at the water for a long time.
Gohi ugtostane ama.
Quickly, he flew to the bank.
Utlist utlewidane.
He picked up some sand in his claws.
Noya.
Noi.
Noyi uwutese degasukale.
And he picked out a tiny little G-stud crawdad.
Usti gistan usuyesa.
Then he crossed to the other bank and changed back into a man.
Amayul duwasose. Nawe askai winustane.
And he headed towards home.
Juena satil wulose.
The woman hurried and got home before him.
Uwanaje age wuluche june nasa june wuluche june nasa.
When the man got home, he showed her the tiny crawdad that he caught.
We uluch na askai ajigoli yetana ustichistan uniyat.
The wife asked, "What happened to all the fish that you caught?"
Na ustahask uthadane kato kitegas na achat nigat chitechat niyela.
An owl chased all the fish off, said the man.
Ugukuta negachita kehi na achat.
You're a liar, she told the man.
He go geta agosele na askai.
You are the owl, I think.
Nihita gele uguku.
She ran him off.
Achi kehi tola.
He went off into the woods.
Inage wulosa.
He got so lone. He became so lonesome. He became really skinny, except for his head.
Uli softane ha. Ule sod nustane. Nole askol uwas tla.
Yeah, good. Very good.
No, I know why. It wasn't because he was owls, because he was a liar.
Ah, yes, that's why.
Gok.
Yes, yes. All right, so that's the entire story. Now, do you remember like the kind of basically the story in your head? I mean, kind of.
From the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Could you just kind of tell it in your own words, and in your you can leave out or insert whatever you want, and just kind of giving a short version of the story.
Okay, I think I kind of remember it.
Yeah, just the parts that you remember. Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember the name of the widow. How do you say that?
You can just call her old lady. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, the chikesa. Akayalike ehe. Sagu. Ake huge. Uwaka he. Nego hila da na chiwe sehe. Oscar no helito. Oscar hi wata he. Ago sele. Na ake huge utustane uchi. Da chi wata he da utane. Oscar no helito Oscar. Nawi hina ani nela Oscar ganti Oscar uluche. Utayoleta elivis jostanela age huts chaka agosele naga yelige. Nawi tega just hane na ani nela hina udat lastane na Oscar negad kasawa kacho da ani nela. Nawi sa aga yusinale uyej na Oscar that you know hales udane. Okay. Katet is just an idol.
Gone all day, though.
Toda what we wait all, we know hale dola. So he yet now julucha. Aga halia, hawia, uyotle. Lake.
First, it was a little mouse, right? It was how many was it? Three little mice or something like that.
Okay, you know hales John Eager June Stitchy stage do not.
Yeah.
Now it's an alley. Talina sanale now udida no udanastane. The gasunes.
Yes.
The gasunes uvosele ustaya husk. Joyce giga chigesa.
That was the meat scraps, Joine. Second was the ajot junsti.
June has it ajot junsti. Joiga. To do nodla. Okay. Now Joina now you know halese.
Yes. You're right.
Joine sanali now you know halese. That you know hales uvosele ustaya husk. Klaka gushi what now diga hawia diga haluya. Hawia diga haluya uyotla ni son ani no halito uni hiya. Now det udlasi da henne agayalike ito hiu skina dane na askai hi stawa desa sinale ago selena age now sinale udi dane kano halito ustaya has uda stawa desa amayu le wulus hena yo what you stawa dole hena da na uguku nustane na askai utlawita he du var så ser man ju andel salu klosile. Ni na wuklos no askai winustane. Na da wana jana nigise staya has aga wuluche june nasa. Na we ani nel na wuluch katoke degas nigat ajat jite hit ni ko hik ago sele na askai. Ugu kuda negat da ke hit uda do sele. Hat skosketa ago sele na askai. Eto ya wo hunihi ugu ku ago sele. Aji ke hitola. Ina geta wulosen na askai. Uhi so tu danta ulis na ulis tane ule sod nustane askoli was utran kesa.
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah, this is great. Great version of the story, and you remembered like almost all
All
of it.
at the beginning, stick it. Okay,
Yeah.
stick it all. Okay.
Well, it's been a while since
Yeah.
we talked about the beginning of it, so it was pretty good. Uh, yeah. So, like, when you were growing up, did your family tell you stories
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff? Like,
Yeah. All kinds of stories.
Yeah.
But sometimes it was mostly just things that happened in their families.
Right, yeah.
Their families, them growing up, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know our community, the J community, has an interesting connection to your community, to Dicatayos, to Marble City, because a lot of our families moved to the Marble City area way a long time ago. And I know your nephew was telling me that a man had come through and had told people up in our area that if they would move to Marble City, they would get a house of their own, and,
really?
and they would get jobs, and they would have a job, and they would get a house, and they would get all of these things. And so a bunch of families went from Jay, and this, I guess, was back in the days of the wagons, and so they took their wagons and they moved down there, and when they got to Marble City, there was nothing there. And so, yeah, your nephew was telling me, he said that,
I
and
never
they
heard
had
that.
to, he said they had to camp there on that creek there,
Really?
and they had to, until they could find places for them, but that's why a lot of the last names in Marble City are the same as a lot of the last names in our community.
I learned something.
Yeah, and just like Cheater, I had an aunt who, her name was Sarah Cheater Jagesa, and so part of that family went down there, and then part of them still stayed in the J area. So yeah, we have a lot of interesting connections. You know. I think that's kind of interesting for sure. So this is the story about the woman who married an owl, and Wadom, Miss Phyllis, I appreciate you helping us, and hopefully you can come back. So I'm going to read that last paragraph again. That's the last paragraph that we added, right? And we're going to pick out some words and we're going to talk about them. So, duhasosa amayulti. Duhasosa is to cross a body of water. Amayulti udanedliyase. Askaya nulstane. Udanedliyase is to change, right? And we talked about that word, how you can use that to change a tire, change clothes, change your mind, change just anything you can change. You could use this udanedli and say askai nulstane into a man. So askai means man, and this nulstane, you probably noticed there are a lot of this is a really common word that's used a lot in Cherokee. We see it up here. We nulstan, nulstane, nidulstane. Nigalsta, there's you hear it a lot, and it means to become or to happen or to occur. So it can mean all of these different versions of the word can mean all of this too. It's basically a state of becoming something, So that's he became a man. So. If you didn't put this on there, then to a speaker when you're reading it, I mean, they would probably be able to infer what you meant, but it would just say that the man changed, but it wouldn't really say that he became a man, he changed into a man. Juhenusa did wulose, Juhenusa, his home, did in that direction, wulose, so he went towards home. Ageya uwaneche, she hurried. She got there first. And she got there first. When the man got home, Usti Gistan, This word is so common in my community that I have a hard time remembering the word crawdad, just because 90% of the time this is what I hear, Gistan, and so I have a hard time remembering the word crawdad. Usti Gistan, we'll go to Tane Unied, so showed the tiny crawdad that he caught, right? So when he got home, he showed her the little crawdad that he caught. Ustaya skutadane kata us nidulstane nikora chot jitehini. The wife ustaya and then what word here is asked? This is the word for ask right here. Kata usti what nidulstane happened to them nidulstane nikod achot all the fish that you caught. Uguku duskastanele. An owl scared him. So an owl scared all the fish. The man said, "Halskonsk, you're a liar." Agosele. She told him, "Naaskaya, nihita uguku gele." You, I think, are the owl. Udane ageha, said the woman. Agatani stane. She ran him off. Inege wulo say he went off into the woods. So we could have probably used that wutlawida, right? We could probably use that too. He flew off into the woods, right? But wulose is good because we use it a lot, and I want you to become really familiar with that word. You hear it a lot, so when you're around Cherokee people telling stories, you'll hear wulose probably at least once in the story. So we can use this word as well. Inege wulose, he went off in the woods. Uhisotanele, he became really lonesome, but we talked about what this word really means, right? And how lonesome he really was. So he really loved her, I think, for him to be so lonesome afterwards. Ule so nulstane, he got skinny. Naski uskolu was, except for his big old fat head. So his head remained the same. So what we're going to do is we will take this story, and when we come back in the next class, we'll get it all cleaned up and we'll get it all nice and comprehensible. We'll get it all nice and correct. And then we'll read all the way through it, and then we'll put it into syllabary, and we'll get a lot of syllabary practice, right? Because this is one of the longest stories I think we've done, so it's quite a long story. So we'll do that, and then we'll talk about the elements of good narration, and then we'll inject some of that because we don't have a lot of dialogue in here. We don't have a lot of description. Well, we have some description, but we don't have a lot of dialogue in here. So we're going to add some dialogue. And that's one of the things that I was noticing when we were talking to Miss Kathy and Miss Phyllis both, when they would talk about it in their own words, many times they would add dialogue, and put it in a dialogue form, and I think that's just a natural part of Cherokee people as storytellers. Is that we automatically, rather than saying, "Oh, they just said this," and then you actually put the words that they said, we don't just say, "Oh, he told him that he was tired" or something. Instead of say, "Oh, he said, oh, I'm tired," So we're naturally good storytellers, I think. So we're going to make another version of this and make it as nice as we possibly can. We're going to make it as wonderful as we can, and as comprehensible as we can, and work with it. So I think this is a good story for you to work with, because there's a lot of good vocabulary in it. So when we come back, that's what our plan is going to be. We're going to read it in syllabary. So if you haven't been working on your syllabary, it might be a good idea to do that, or you'll be on the struggle bus a little bit when we go to read it in syllabary, right? But the more we read, the easier it gets, to read in syllabary. And I know that's something that I need to do, because I don't read in syllabary all that often, because there's just not that many things to read, so I don't. Anyway, so we are just about done with our class today. We do want to say again a special thank you to Kathy Sierra from the Cherokee Nation Youth Choir, and to Phyllis Sixkiller from the Cherokee Teacher Master Apprentice Program, for coming and sharing their insights, and for sharing their wealth of knowledge. So, wadong and idisquat.